Oh, all right. I think I'm going to have to change the setting on this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to African Glitz TV. I'm your host, Noeline. But before I get on, let me quickly make a little change because I've been working on this streaming software and trying to find better ways, to present to you and all that. And this is what I came up with. So we're getting there. So far, so good. And there's still a little bit of change that needs to be done. All right, I'll take this out. I'm your host, Noeline, and today we're going to be looking at VeryDarkMan, Bobrisky, EFCC story, and then we're going to be highlighting 10 important messages, 10 important things that happened yesterday while they were at the House of Rep. So as you know, we did a live stream on that. There were so many issues apart from the bad audio and all that. We've all heard the news about what transpired, what took place. So today I'm going to be looking at those point by point, and we have 10 solid points that were raised yesterday, and we're going to be looking at that. So first, before we start, and while I try to adjust my, my video and everything, I'm going to show you the epic entrance of VDM, how he came to House of Rep yesterday. In fact, there's so many videos out there, so I've put them all together, and this is how he literally came to House of Rep in Abuja yesterday. So yeah, enjoy while I get everything else ready. VDM made a really loud entrance yesterday. Even his social media handles were like killing it. Comments were insane. If you have a look at his social, that's him with his lawyer, Mr. Deji. Mr. Deji Adeyanju. People are hearing him screaming his name. He's literally man of the hour right now.
That is VDM going inside. You can see him in Edo attire, Edo blood, strong boy. VDM and Coco just went inside. So we are waiting for your mommy of flavor.
I step down so that we can take.
Okay, hello everyone. I'll officially say hello once again. I'm your host, Noeline. And before we head back into the whole thing, I would say happy Independence Day to you. Happy 64th Independence Day to all Nigerians in the house. We know the country is insane right now, and everyone is asking why should we celebrate and all that. Yes, there's no need to celebrate, but we're marking it. We're just saying, let's mark it. So happy Independence Day to you. Hope you're well. And it's been 64 years since Nigeria got its independence from the from the British, and since then we've been trying to rule ourselves up until this day. So as we know, VeryDarkMan went to House of Rep yesterday, the 30th of September, and Bobrisky and the EFCC boss was supposed to be there, but we later found out they didn't make it. We're all going to highlight that as part of our 10 highlights of all the crucial or important things that took place yesterday. So this is VDM at the House of Rep. He came in with an epic entrance.
The next person.
This is everyone. Wait, who am I seeing here? Am I wrong or right? Is that this actress? Wait, let me go back a little bit. Anyway, he's okay. Let's go on. I'll address this later.
I step down so that we can take the next person.
Everyone was present there, apart from so yeah, VDM tagged it round one. You know, he went in there, he had his evidence with him. He presented his evidence to the House of Rep. You know, they talked about it and they highlighted everything. Before we dive into this, I want to point out there was a video, Radio Guard, you know, Radio Guard, the guy who claimed he allegedly was speaking to Bobrisky. And when Bobrisky made an official statement saying that VeryDarkMan's audio is fake, remember when he made this statement saying the audio was fake? It's an AI generated audio. Radio Guard was so upset that he came out to make a video to counter Bobrisky and say, no, after that audio leaked, you called me, we spoke about it. So before we dive into the main event of yesterday, I want us to look at this video and hear what this Radio Guard had to say. Do you believe him? Is he lying, or is he
the
just
voice
out to
senior man
and Bobrisky? So let me know what you think, but let's hear what he had to say.
Bobrisky, why are you lying? Why did you say that the voice that VeryDarkMan played was AI generated? Why did you condescend so low by fabricating such a cheap story with your lawyer? Have you forgotten that when that voice leaked, I sent you a DM and I asked you, who leaked that voice? You said it was your friend. And that was exactly what VeryDarkMan said. It was your friend that leaked the voice recording. This is where you said it. That's the evidence on my screen. I sent you a message and you said it was your friend. So why are you lying? Filing a lawsuit of 1 billion naira. Why are you guys trying?
According to Radio Guard, this is his evidence that Bobrisky, he spoke to Bobrisky, and Bobrisky indirectly confirmed that the audio was real. So why is he lying now? This Radio Guard, I don't know why Bobrisky, got involved with this guy, because this man is literally throwing him under the bus. Like, I don't know why. Hopefully he's learned his lesson this time.
Trying to intimidate very dark black man, a man that stands for the truth. This week, about 2 people don't slam am lawsuit. Una know see say the lawsuit no dey work. When Jeremiah slam am lawsuit, did they work? It didn't work. VeryDarkMan will always win. Why are you guys trying to shut this boy up by all?
Is it just me, or are you guys surprised on how Radio Guard turned on Bobrisky? Are you questioning, what could have transpired about, between them? Is it just about Bobrisky not giving him money, or do you think there's more to this? Because the way this guy turned on Bobrisky, it's like epic. It's like I just couldn't believe it. 1 minute he was promoting Bobrisky. Anything VeryDarkMan said at that point, he come out and he debunked it. He supported Bobrisky so much, and all of a sudden he's turning 360. We always say men don't really turn like this, but this is Radio Guard. The way he turned on Bobrisky is very quick. It's very quick, like What must have transpired against them, like between them, for him to go to this extent? I really don't know. Maybe you might have an idea. And before we go on, please, guys, hit the like button, help this video to go a bit more further. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. And if you haven't, if you want to watch the live video from yesterday, we have it on our live part of this channel. So you can go see what transpired yesterday. It was interesting. There was so many interactions and so many points of view from viewers and all that. So you might find that really interesting. So please go check it out if you haven't yet. All right, then let's carry on.
All means, VeryDarkMan is a necessity, a man of truth, a man that stands up for the people. We are the way we are as a country because
Celeste Thomas said, go and walk. We had everything. Protest is going. Of course, protest is going on. We're going to cover that as well, one at a time, okay? You're not the only one who has had everything. There are people who need to follow this case step by step. If protest is going on, that's fine. We're aware of it, and we're going to cover that also. I just wanted to address this before somebody else comes over. So we're aware of that, and that's going to be the next video. So if you subscribe, and we'll be bringing you everything in more details and all that. All right, thank you.
we know they agree talk the truth. They biased. This is why we are not moving forward. I'm an OG, that's why I'm saying this to you. And I can't keep.
Wow, this guy is very dramatic, but yeah, it's good we're seeing all this. He's literally showing who he is and all that, and he's a lot of people say he's another content creator trying to make it, in the content world. So yeah, so be it. All right, so now we're going to dive into the main focus of the day, which is the points raised from yesterday's live House of Rep hearing that took place, where Bobrisky was supposed to be, but apparently he was absent because he was ill and all that. So we're going to look into all the points raised that yesterday. I know, like, if you go online, there are bits and pieces here and there, but we've put them all together, and this is what we're presenting to you today. Okay, so first point raised, number one, VeryDarkMan. VeryDarkMan came on stage when he was given the mic after his epic entrance. He looked around, an hour has gone, Bobrisky is nowhere to be found. He's the only one in court. Everybody else involved is not there, and he was given the mic to speak, and this is what he had to say.
Now, my lawyer will be the one to talk, and I will not say a word, because I will not want to walk out from the people that are holding on to my father. So I won't say anything until Bobrisky is here and the EFCC chairman is here. Thank you very much.
Number two, I'm going to talk.
So there you had it. He said he wasn't going to say much on that first day because Bobrisky wasn't there and the EFCC chairman wasn't there. I believe if these two people were there, this whole thing wouldn't have postponed it like the way they have now, until next week. They wouldn't have postponed it. They could have dealt with it on that day, because such kind of case doesn't need to go for too long. I don't think so. And a lot of people were saying, oh, the House of Rep didn't do their homework. A lot of things they did yesterday, they were wasting time. They wouldn't have done that. They should have, prepared everything early. They should have done all that. So now he doesn't want to say much, because anything he says and he goes live, they're going to use it against him, or Bobrisky will know how to get ready for next time. So do you think he's right for saying that? Or do you think he could have just aired all his opinion there and let them deal with it? Let me know. But as we go on, let's hear what his lawyer had to say.
I'm just echoing what we are discussing. Number two, he's saying that he has not said he's not going to speak. At least we came prepared. We came with almost everything that is needed by this committee here. We are going to come with additional evidence that is not even available online. We have come with everything. So he's not saying, I don't want to assist the committee, I don't want to talk. He's saying because that person who should be here, who is not here, who has sent a lawyer to represent he or she, that he is not going to talk directly, that he's going to talk to his counsel. That's just all he's saying, and nothing more.
So So does this mean that when VDM said he wasn't going to talk, they weren't happy about that? And why didn't they confirm that Bobrisky wasn't going to make it as well before, starting the whole hearing?
In addition, I would like to say, the man from my state, he said if I don't speak, they will move immigration to the take. I will not mind being I will not mind. Let me sorry, please. And also in the voice notes, Bobrisky said something about a godfather. So it's obvious that there's a godfather somewhere that might maybe told him not to come, and nothing will happen because he has disrespected everybody here by not coming, and you are trying to force me to talk, and you are already throwing me little threats that you detain me. I was staying in the cell that this is not my first time, it's not my second time. So I'm going to stay there until he's ready. But for now, I will not say anything. If I say anything, let me die.
Wow, this is insane. VDM is really ready for them this time. Like, he's not scared of anyone. Like he said he's ready to go to jail if that's going to be the case. And everyone was surprised by his statement of, ending it all if he says anything. But that's him, stressing the seriousness of the matter and how he takes this whole thing seriously. And it's good for them to know how serious he is. And it's now left for them to make sure the other parties involved, that is Bobrisky and the EFCC boss, maybe at the next hearing, they make sure they are there. So it's quite good that he made that statement. So that was the first strong point he made. He said, he wasn't going to say much until Bobrisky is there. Does that mean like this whole thing could have been a lot more yesterday if Bobrisky was there? And is Bobrisky scared? Bobrisky, I remember a day before the hearing, Bobrisky told VDM that he wasn't scared of him. And Bobrisky made a post online and said something about not being scared of VeryDarkMan. And even though he deleted the lawsuit where he sued VDM with 1 billion naira lawsuit, after that, Bobrisky deleted the post, and everyone was like worried, asking, why did you delete the post? Are you scared? Are you not going to show up tomorrow? Bobrisky came out to say, he's not scared. He just deleted it because he believed bloggers have already carried the news. So that's why. But does that mean Bobrisky wasn't going to show up? Is that why? Or did his lawyer tell him not to, post that on social media? But from what Bobrisky said, he said he's not scared of VDM. So we were going to find out her next move. And this is where it was confirmed. This is where Bobrisky's lawyer spoke and confirmed that Bobrisky wasn't there and gave the reason why. Let's hear.
I came in from Lagos this morning to show respect to the committee. Mr. Okune is unavailable absence because of his ill health.
But wait a second, wasn't it Bobrisky we saw dancing on
I came in from Lagos this morning to show respect to the committee. Now, the issue of
it's okay. It's not here.
I think I'm here.
Wow.
This is the sponsor of this parliament to have legal representation.
And after the lawyer said Bobrisky wasn't there because of ill health, this is what the House of Rep had to reply with. This is the House of Rep.
This is the sponsor of this parliament to have legal representations in issues like this. So we are not going to accept legal representation. Like I said before, when we get to every stage, we address it. This is the time now for us to address the issue of the absence of Mr. Idris. Yeah. Is it? Okay, legal counsel, can you tell us why he is not here?
This is a more clearer video.
I want to apologize for the absence of
But I also want to state something on record. The institution of this panel is not feeling fine. It's not feeling fine under the weather. Let me lay foundation. Please. Mr. Chairman, this is going to be a committee of 10 years. Isn't it? No, let me lay foundation.
Let's hear you. Go straight to the point, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Okuneye is unavailable absence because of his ill health. But I came in from Lagos this morning to show respect to the committee. Now, the issue on ground.
It's okay.
Let me lay foundation.
No, it's not here.
I think I'm here.
Wow, chaos everywhere. Chaos. This is the Nigerian House of Rep. Chaos everywhere. Nothing is ever organized. They're all shocked Bobrisky is not there because of ill health and all that. And this is literally unbelievable. They've been trying, complaining that Bobrisky is not there.
Order, please. Order, please. Dear colleagues, we have heard from Mr. Idris' lawyer that he is not feeling fine. I will now open the floor for our members to react to it.
Wow, that's a nice move there. We also saw Bobrisky a day before, like I initially said. He was, promoting his business on social media and doing or telling VDM that he's not scared of him. So to everyone's surprise, he wasn't at the hearing and his lawyer was there to represent him. And then, that was it. So that was the third interesting incident that happened yesterday. Bobrisky was no show, as some people predicted. In fact, many people thought VDM was the one who wasn't going to show up, because of fear of EFCC. But it happened that Bobrisky was the one who wasn't going to show up. And then VDM went on to present his case and talk about why he believed that Bobrisky, didn't go to prison, and he had to go on to present his case.
Now, I want to know if what is reading is the report that was. So, one thing I know about investigation and when it comes to cases, when there's a suspect, the suspect will be assigned an ICU. The ICU is the one that can.
Before we carry on, so at this point, they all now saw that Bobrisky wasn't going to be there and they had to carry on with whatever they had, and that was VDM. And even though VDM said he wasn't going to speak, he had to give them what he had for the day, which is like presenting evidence of why he believed Bobrisky did not go to prison, why he believed Bobrisky bribed EFCC, why he believed Bobrisky paid the Falanas 10 million naira and all that. And this is what he had to say.
And then makes a report. Now, I want to know if what is reading is a report that was made from IPOs or an investigation that he did on a 100%. Now, what I'm saying is it is possible that the IPO was the one that actually received. Now, in order to know this, the account number that he used to collect money from, the person that reported to me, is a Buddha Bank account and his brother's account. That account number needs to be investigated. The money that came into it, the money that left it. Not just that, the money that was withdrawn. But sometimes, with the show officer, I know sometimes, and we know if you transfer money to them, they don't really. Right. So, It's possible that they withdrew money, they have POS, or they withdrew cash and they pay. So the people that should be there, sorry to not subject, the person who I think should be there are the direct IPOs that reported to their organs on everything. That's what I think. Thank you, sir. So one thing.
So what is going on here? VDM is telling them they need to investigate that account where Bobrisky paid that money. You know, these are all paths to the truth, to find out if they truly want to find out what happened. They need to investigate the account, and that's what they need to do.
In the video I posted online,
presenting more evidence.
I explained everything. For the people that saw the video, it was well detailed and well explained. How I got hold of that recording is as a result of Bobrisky blackmailing somebody he owes money. So according to the story and according to the evidence that a proof of chat that was sent to me, the person borrowed Bobrisky 4 million naira when Bobrisky was in the EFCC detention, or rather in the private apartment lodge.
Okay, before we go on here, there has been a news circulating about how this man that Bobrisky borrowed money, you know, how their relationship came to be. Now, if you want us to do a more detailed story about this, let me know in the comment section and hit the like button. There's a rumor going on that he's a married man and he was, you know, texting Bobrisky and they were being lovers on text. And this is how Bobrisky, you know, had they got to ask him for money. And the man was telling Bobrisky about how he's been friends with so many other people in the industry who swing the other way. And this is why Bobrisky was able to ask him for money. And then after he gave Bobrisky the money, he told Bobrisky he was coming to Lagos so that they can hook up and have fun and do whatnot. And there's a whole text going on. So, and then when he gave Bobrisky the money and Bobrisky wasn't paying as quick as he wanted, this is when he now went and cried to VDM to help him, knowing that VDM is is an enemy of Bobrisky and knowing how powerful he's becoming. So this is like a snippet of the story currently flying right now. So if you want us to do a very detailed story of this, you know, in our usual way with T-Code presenting it, let me know, and then we'll put this, we'll get down to research and do it and find out more details about this guy, you know, this infamous guy. I would say infamous, yeah, that we're all talking about. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. The more people that say yes, then we're going to look into the story. If we don't have more people saying yes, then we feel like this is not a story people want to, you know much about then. So yeah, that's that. All right, then let's carry on with VDM.
The person gave him the money on the, on the 19/6/2024. The person gave him the money, 4 million naira. It was transferred to this account number 0496411279. Abiola Okuneye, and as you know, Bobrisky's name is Okuneye, so apparently Kudaba. So apparently it's his brother's account. So when it was time to get the money back, according to the story the guy told me and the evidence I saw, he told Bobrisky he wanted that money to complete his building in Lagos. So that was why I borrowed him the money. So it was now time to pay. From the receipt I have here, he sent him a message. Bobrisky refused to respond. Sent him another one after like few days. Bobrisky also refused to respond. When Bobrisky eventually responded, Bobrisky said, I'm going to give you the money in, I think, September. So September 1st, the guy reached out to Bobrisky again. Bobrisky refused. And the next thing that followed it was blackmail. He said, I'll tell them that you are smooshing me and you are kissing me. So the guy felt very, very somehow because he felt like he was not going to get his money. God so kind, there's VeryDarkMan that has the platform to call out the people that owes money and they will pay. So a friend of mine who is very popular contacted me and he said, VDM, see what's going on. And I said, okay, no problem. If you have received, send it. Then when he sent it, Now, I'll say something here. When he sent it, immediately I made a video, my first video, and I said, Bobrisky, I'm giving you 4 hours to pay back. Then he started begging the guy. Now, what I'm going to say that my lawyer does not even know. Now, he started begging the guy. Then he paid. Immediately, he paid. But when I listened to the audio, I said, nah, even though you pay, this has to go there out there, man. Because the EFCC cannot go around harassing some boys, young boys, and somebody with a godfather will be pulling stunts. I was detained in the prison. My very good friend, Sean Kuti, was detained as well. A lot of boys are inside the prison. Bobrisky is not any way better than them. So I didn't see any reason why I should keep the audio. I kept the receipt of his payment, which he paid that day. He paid that day. So immediately I got it, which was on Tuesday, September 24th, on Tuesday, just 6 days ago, I think. Then the charge acknowledging when he was disturbing the guy that he wants to refund immediately after he saw my video. And then, yes, the chats. And the chats where he blackmailed the guy. There's a particular place where he blackmailed the guy.
So VDM had his documents of everything that transpired, and he was showing it to House of Rep back to back. I don't know whether they're going to take this up from here, or they're still going to want to hear Bobrisky's own side and whatever chat he had with this guy as well. So this is when we'll know, which side is actually telling the truth and all that. So, okay, let's carry on.
The chat also asking for the money. As a reminder, we would like to read one part for September 4th. He said, Dear Bobrisky, this is a reminder for the return of the loan amount of 4 million naira as agreed. The due date for the return.
Anyway, so I'll stop this here because basically this is VDM, exactly what he said on his channel on Instagram, how he explained what happened. So he's laying it out to the House of Rep once again so that they will understand it more, the way it happened, and with all the evidence that he has.
You post flyers without collecting anything from you. Wow. Go ahead and call me out. I will respond to you on IG. You know I am shameless and I don't care. You will get your money, I have your account. I don't want to. This
is what he has read out on his, when he initially called out Bobrisky, he laid all this out. And then on the other hand, one of the other major points that happened, the police came out to talk about Bobrisky and the reason why they didn't put him in the male section of the prison. This was a very important issue that was raised even before Bobrisky went to prison. A lot of people were wondering, where are they going to put him? Is it in the male or female? Even Bobrisky, when Bobrisky came out, had an interview. And Bobrisky said, oh, he was put in the male section of the prison, right? We all remember that interview. And here, they're contradicting themselves by saying, oh, they couldn't put Bobrisky in the male section of the prison because he has developed, female organs and things like that.
10 days. He spent 10 days, 12 to 20 seconds. Idris Oguneye under a white refusing to eat prisons or corrections ration. Decided to apply for self-feeding. Self-feeding is approved in our law. And this is the photocopy of the approval application for self-feeding where you nominated. I'll get the original for you. The original is also here. So the application for self-feeding was approved, and Idris Oguneye, had nominated 2 persons that will bring in his food to the facility within the period he was there.
So the application was approved not to put him in the male section.
Oguneye Idris, Oguneye Abiola, Oguneye Abiola.
His names are many, isn't it? Okunleye Abiola.
And Moji Oguneye. Oguneye Abiola and Moji Oguneye. Then his health screening was done.
Okay. It looks like he's really taking his time.
We discovered that Idris has a peculiar features that can not allow us to put him in the general apartment.
So what is he basically saying? He said after Bobrisky was worried, he was crying, he didn't want to go to the male section of the prison, and then they had to take a screening of his body. And that was when they discovered he has some female features. And that made everyone laugh. Why is the document so messy? Like, why is it not organized?
Idris Oguneye Olarewaju. Has some female features like a breast. He has a breast. Yes. This is the medical examination done by the facilities medical practitioner, a qualified doctor,
So basically, they have a document of his medical screening, you know, where it was official that Bobrisky is no longer a man. Bobrisky has developed female features, and this was the reason why they couldn't put him in the male section of the prison.
In this, we have the admission board have to enter into a meeting to discuss on the best practices and the best way to manage it. Then we arrived at the conclusion that we have to put him in a protective custody, which we do. And he spent his time at VDM, the 10 days, in our B-Ward room 2. B-Ward room 2 of the facility. And alone in that particular room. Why we did that is that because we have to abide by the international best practices and according to our laws. If you look at the Correction Act, chapter 2A, 21A, we find out that we have to abide by the international.
Yep, and you had that right. So this is the reason why they had to put Bobrisky in a special prison. I think they're going to get away with this at the end of the day. They're really going to get away with it because when they have the medical documents and they have all this, by the next hearing, they're going to get away with this. They already got away with saying that Bobrisky, explaining the reason why the money laundering charges were dropped. And even though they made this statement yesterday explaining why they dropped the money laundering charges, the EFCC officially made a statement this morning, you know, putting it in writing, explaining why they first initially thought Bobrisky, you know, was guilty of money laundering, and then they later found out that he wasn't guilty. And this is someone from EFCC explaining why they dropped that money laundering charge, which VeryDarkMan has persistently said, oh, why was that money laundering, you know, charge dropped? And why did Bobrisky have to pay 15 million, you know, for all that? And this has sparked a mixed reaction with people saying, oh, Bobrisky saying he paid 15 million, that was just him catching crews. He never paid for that. And this was just for him to be able to get that 4 million from his friends. And that was why he was telling this friend this story. According to EFCC, Bobrisky did not pay them any 15 million to drop the charges, and this was just Bobrisky's making. Could this be why Bobrisky doesn't want to show himself, you know, because he has lied against the EFCC, he has possibly lied against the Femi Falana as well, You know, we all know Bobrisky likes to show off everything. You know, he's always with bundles of money, showing off. His birthday cake cost 23 million. Where do you buy such, isn't it? And his outfits, his gold, all this, his hair, he spends about 2 million, 5 million on hair every day. Does that sound familiar? This is what Bobrisky liked to do. He liked to show off about money and things like that. And many people are beginning to believe after yesterday hearing that this 15 million, this 15 million he said he paid the EFCC, and the 10 million he paid Mr. Femi Falana is all a bluff. This is just in Bobrisky's head. And this could be the reason why he's not showing up, because he has to show evidence that he paid this money. And if he doesn't have this the evidence, because if you pay someone a whooping 15 million, there has to be an evidence, right? It's not like you used your phone and send someone a quick money, right? There should be an evidence. And this could be possibly why Bobrisky is not showing his face, and probably won't show his face, especially if this didn't take place or happen. So a lot of people have been debating about that. I've seen online where people are talking about it. Could it be that Bobrisky fabricated all these millions he's paying? If you check his track record, the possibilities are there, right? So anyway, let's carry on and see what they had to say.
That the evidence I shall give to this committee
shall be the truth.
And before we carry on as well, based on this, what do you think? Do you think Bobrisky, made all this claim just to look good, or just to be able to get that 4 million from that guy? Let me know what you think in the comment section so that we can debate it. Do you think that's what that actually happened, or do you think he actually did pay EFCC that 15 million? Let me know.
Shall be the truth. The chairman and the co-chair of the joint committee for the investigation of this disturbing allegation of corruption against the EFCC and other government agencies. I stand here. My name is Michael, of staff to the executive chairman. I start to represent him. He says his sincere apologies for not being here due to the exigencies of duty that came calling, though he would have wished to be here. The letter of investigation into this very deep and disturbing allegation, we would like to make this presentation on behalf of the executive chairman very quickly. Our attention was drawn to the viral video published by one Martins VeryDarkMan VDM, wherein it praised Adeyanju, Okeleya, aka Bobrisky, and ex-convicts, alleged that the officials of the commission received the sum of 15 million naira to drop money laundering counts in charge FRN versus Okeleya Idris Adeyanju. In the same video, the publisher, VeryDarkMan, revealed that Bobrisky made this presentation to an undisclosed friend of his. He intended to receive a financial support from. Attached here is a copy of the charge we have marked as Enclosure 1. Given the gravity of the offense, which touches on our core value as a commission, it touches seriously on our core value, we do not take kind to the integrity of the for our integrity to be touched. Given this value of integrity, courage, professionalism, and collaboration, the executive chairman promptly constituted a team to investigate the claim, and equally issued a statement through his various social media accounts to that effect. Whilst the investigation is still ongoing, the executive chairman received from this honorable house an invitation direct appearance and the concerned officers of the commission before this honorable committee for an investigative hearing. Upon close scrutiny and analysis of that video that gave rise to this investigative hearing, the commission observed the following: that the published and widely circulated video contained a private conversation between the ex-convict and a yet to be identified individual who, in an attempt to obtain monetary benefit, alleged the compromises and the compromise of the officers of the Commission, Nigerian Correctional Service, a private legal practitioner, Femi Falana SAN, and a private and first, the bad guy. That in an attempt to induce and convince the yet to be identified individual into parting with his money, the ex-convict alleged that the sum of 15 million was demanded by the officers of the Commission to drop the count of money laundering in count 5 and 6 of the charge sheet, and that he could not transfer the said sum because of the investigation, thereby inferring that the said account was frozen. That at the time he was demanding for this money and claimed his accounts were frozen or under investigation, the Commission never, at no time in the course of investigation, placed the account of the ex-convict under personal debit. His account was never frozen throughout the period of investigation. Whereas the ex-convict mentioned the names of his friends who raised various sums of money and credited same to the account of his brother. The names of the officers of the Commission that allegedly collected the bribe were not disclosed by the ex-convicts. Also, the mode, the place, date, and time of the delivery of the alleged bribe, all to an account where it was paid, was not rising from their own observation. The Commission wishes to state categorically as follows. In view of the prevalent nature of the currency, mutilation and abuse of the naira, which has been expressly criminalized by Section 21 of the Act 2027, the Commission, in a bid to curb the said offences and in the discharge of its statutory duty, set up a special task force via a memo by the Executive Chairman to all its directorates. Now, attached here is also a copy of the said memo marked as enclosure 2. As a result of the setting up of this special task force and the vigorous sensitization, investigation and prosecution, a number of convictions were secured, which has significantly stemmed this dangerous type of abuse of the naira, which all Nigerians are witness today. It was in the course of carrying out its mandate that the special task force of the Commission Lagos Directorate received intelligence which revealed four different videos of gross abuse of the naira notes perpetrated by the ex-convicts, which warranted his investigation and prosecution. That on the 3rd of April 2024, the ex-convicts, while undergoing investigation, in his extrajudicial statement, confessed clearly inter alia, Bob Express is not registered as SCO, Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. I'm not aware. Hence the inclusion of count 5 and 6, due to his own confession that Bob Express is not registered. So the prosecutors had to now include all of this and then did a further check on that. Now, in the body of the charge, this was included when the defendant, now ex-convict, was alleged to have failed to submit to SCUMO a declaration of his activity, which is contrary to Section 6.1 of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, and punishable under Section 19 of the same Act, in addition to the substantive offence of tampering with the naira note as contained in count 4, for count 1 to 4. However, on the 5th of April 2024, notwithstanding the unequivocal confession of the ex-convict, admitting the essential ingredients of in count 5 and 6 of the charge, and having indicated willingness to plead guilty to count 1 and 4 of the charge, the prosecution, in total fidelity and candor to his own and strict adherence to professional practice of not disclosing.
This was actually one of the sections where people were wondering why he was reading this, Like, couldn't he explain what actually happened? Why the long story? Why not just explain exactly what happened, how it happened? And why did he have to read it out through a document that has been
document to their defense,
together?
having received a report of the investigation and activities from SCUMO, which show that Bob Express is not a designated non-financial business and profession, decided to drop counts 5 and 6 of the charge in the interest of justice and fair hearing, without any inducement or prompting of any sort from the defense, and in line with the memorandum of the with the mandates the special task force that is also attached here and marked as Annexure 3, that the Honorable House is invited to amendment, addition of charges is known to law, very known to law. Particularly Section 216 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015. It also noteworthy to note that it is also noteworthy here to note that the alteration made by the prosecution did not contravene any provision of the external policies of the Commission, nor the standard operating procedure. That the steps taken by the prosecution in proceeding to drop count 5 and 6, which is akin to amendment of the charges, can take place at any time before judgment is not alien, as the Commission has in numerous instances caused charges to be amended. You can see our attachment as enclosure 4. The Honorable House is urged to use its constitutional power to ensure that corruption and other vices are exposed, investigated, prosecuted, and also ensure that patriotic and dedicated officers are not demonized and demoralized for faithfully serving and carrying out their lawful duties. That the Commission has been consistent in its advocacy, calling on the public with credible information on any alleged act of corruption involving any of the staff to come forward with evidence. This, the public is urged to do responsibly. Short of the ex-convicts and other accusers openly naming the officers of the Commission to whom they allege gave the bribe of 15 million naira in order to reduce and influence the dropping of count 5 and 6 of the charge, bordering on money laundering, it is reasonable to infer that the ex-convict merely made up the story to convince the yet to be identified persons he was speaking with in order to obtain financial favor under the pretense by dropping the name of the Commission.
So the EFCC even think Bobrisky made up the numbers just to convince the person that he wants to borrow money from. Oh, wow. I didn't know they even thought that as well. Actually, maybe that was where the whole idea came. So they are saying that Bobrisky made up the 15 million naira payment to EFCC simply because he wants to gain that 4 million from the person he's talking to. When they did their investigation, that's what the EFCC are saying. So Bobrisky made all this up. Well, is it in their place to say that? Shouldn't they, first of all, allow Bobrisky to say his own side of the story before they make this conclusion? Anyway, let's keep going.
The attention of the Honorable House to the fact that the onus of proving this previous allegation against officers of the Commission rests squarely on the accusers in this case, the ex-convicts and the VeryDarkMan. It is noteworthy that the Commission sends an invitation to the ex-convict to come and assist the Commission in unraveling the identities of the officers of the Commission to whom the alleged bribe of the sum of 15 million naira was paid. Regrettably, up to this moment, none of them have followed the invitation.
And with this thing all written down as well, it makes you wonder, like, did they sit down to, try and put it all together instead of really explaining why was it all written? Was it written by someone? They had to find a reason. And if they are denying that Bobrisky made this up, and Bobrisky will come out tomorrow and say, oh, please forgive me, I made that up. I think that's the end of the case, isn't it? If there is no evidence of money going from one bank to the other. So they can simply say, oh, Bobrisky made this up as well. So that's another thing. Like EFCC are saying Bobrisky made it up. Bobrisky is now left for Bobrisky to finally come out and put the nail on the coffin to say, oh, I made it up, and then this whole case will dissolve. That's what they're basically saying.
While appreciating the seriousness attached to this incident and the noble steps taken by this honorable house to unravel the truth contained in this allegation in the viral video for the sanctity of the institution and the nation of Nigeria, the Commission wishes to assure this honorable house and the general public that on our part, we are committed to getting to the root of this matter and appropriate actions will be taken accordingly. In conclusion, the Commission is appealing to the general public to desist from attaching parochial sentiment and unfounded assumption. Actions taken by patriotic and dedicated officers in the course of discharging their duties in the interest of the nation. Accept the assurances of the Executive Chairman and Thank you.
Interesting. So they don't want the general public to, air their opinion or get involved in all this. They said that they're appealing to you to, calm down and not ask questions like they're investigating this. Isn't this the same problem with, like, whenever there's an issue, they're investigating, before you know it, a week is gone, a month is gone, a year is even gone. So they're telling you guys not to get involved. They're investigating. And we all know how that goes. That will be the end of the story. So basically, is there anything else to say?
We will be presenting a copy of this presentation and all of the attachments to this.
So they're going to present a copy of the presentation in the House of Reps. That's their evidence that Bobrisky didn't pay the money. This is how it's been written, and they are suggesting that Bobrisky made it all up just to, prove a point to the person he wants to gain 4 million from, or he wants to borrow 4 million naira.
Chairman, co-chairman, honorable committee, the officers of the Correctional Services, of staff of the EFCC and other institutions here present. I haven't heard your submission on behalf of the chairman of EFCC. We were already at a close section towards the point for chairman of this committee to make summary before this was submission. I would have loved if this submission had come before even the prosecutor. Like you already know, we are all here to make sure that justice is served.
Okay. I hope justice will be served. So basically, according to the prison official, they were explaining, there was a part I didn't add earlier, they were explaining why Bobrisky was moved from where he was before. And according to the prison official who had an association with Bobrisky, he said it all started, remember there was a time, there was a report that Bobrisky donated some chairs and food and everything to Kiri Correctional Center. This was all when it began, and this was when he got moved because of the whole charity thing Bobrisky did, and they had a command from above telling them to move Bobrisky. And this was supposedly when Bobrisky was removed from their hand and put into this private home where he stayed for the rest of the day. So technically, Bobrisky gave something in return for them to listen to him and hear what he had to say. But paying 15 million naira, that's another thing we still don't know if it's true or false, coming from Bobrisky and then coming from EFCC claiming that there was no such thing. And while the whole hearing was going on, VDM had to talk again, and he also apologized to Femi Falana-san about the whole bribery allegation, because it's like an allegation now, because there's no proof anywhere. We don't see anything. Bobrisky has run away. He's not showing up, and VDM only has that audio as his proof. We need more than that, isn't it? He needs more than that to accuse the Falanas of taking bribery. And there's no bank statement or anything anywhere to prove that. So, but he did apologize, or they made him apologize to Femi Falana while he was at the House of Rep.
If I see a secret about you, I will tell.
Oh, not this. I have to find the video for that one where he apologized, but he did apologize. And it's nice he apologized anyway. What do you guys think? Because there's no concrete evidence of that audio. We all heard Bobrisky in an audio saying he paid that amount of money. I think VDM, like many people are saying, should have said allegedly, and not put so much or not emphasize too much about it, because we're all only hearing from Bobrisky. And as now, we all know Bobrisky liked to exaggerate things. So maybe that whole thing was exaggerating, but he didn't know it was going to cast, and he didn't know that whole audio was going to come out in public and, expose him basically. So that's what actually happened. He didn't know it was going to turn out this way, which is why Bobrisky was blowing all that lies and everything. Anyway, VDM was at the court with one of his friends.
Democracy and the rule of law.
And this video is quite interesting. His friend, who is always supporting him and backing him up in everything he does, and this is what he has.
Democracy and the rule of law. Falanas in their offer to Bobrisky to facilitate his release through the Minister of Justice using presidential pardon. They are
hey, Mona, come on, clean my eye. What did I not see yesterday? In those days when I small, I sabi respect head dance. Oh, but now if I see head dance for Nigeria, but I make a head dance. You know the kind of story when I hear yesterday. Okay, no, I don't hear many story now. But let me tell you the part where shock me. Hey, go do. Even VDM shock. See you now. It is suspension. That will make me feel so. Yes. Social media suspension. They will feel suspend you for this country. They will suspend you for online, but offline you still get work. So that means that they know that we the youth don't have interest in national issues, and we not go check anything. Now,
okay, he was talking about one of the police officers came up and spoke about the suspension. He was wearing his uniform and everything. I think I have the video here. I'll bring it up in a minute. And he was talking about his suspension, and he said, oh, it was only on social media. It wasn't in real life, and everyone was surprised. And this is what VDM friend was addressing.
Talk. The only thing they take this story now.
Also shocked.
But let me tell you the part where shock me. Hey,
I think VDM made a statement about that as well on his
Hey, Mona, come on, clean my eye. What did I not see yesterday? In those days when I small, I sabi respect head dance. Oh, but now if I see head dance for Nigeria, but I make a head dance. You know the kind of story when I hear yesterday. Okay, no, I don't hear many story now. But let me tell you the part where shock me. Hey, go do. Even VDM shock. See you now. It is suspension. That will make me feel so. Yes. Social media suspension. They will feel suspend you for this country. They will suspend you for online, but offline you still get work. So that means that they know that we the youth don't have interest in national issues, and we not go check anything. Now let your talk. The only thing they take serious now sex, and that will last long. But how our future will last long, concern us. So this old men will say, just announce to them, they will be come in their house and go and be naked in their rooms. They not suspend anybody. All the correctional offices where they want correct, still they incorrect. We often pass, okay. Medium and maximum detention. First of all, the man say the CCTV not they work.
Yeah.
Nigeria, I like them. They leave one small room for them to do what they want to do. CCTV not they work for this country. Nothing will work. But once they want to work against you, you go shock. Now until you follow police or army get problem, you know, they work their work. Bros.
So apparently VDM asked them to, bring CCTV evidence of Bobrisky staying in prison. And guess what the EFCC officials said? They don't have CCTV, it's not working, it's broken as usual. And that was another shock for everyone as usual.
Baba say medium detention na for people who get light offense and first time offenders. Okay, so why do you hurry after 10 days to carry Bob go maximum? Baba confused. He come like say Baba tongue. They carry weight. All of us they wait for Baba to.
We're hearing from the horse's mouth, someone who was at the hearing as well. So this is quite interesting.
Don't have interest in national issues and we not go check anything. Now let your talk. The only thing they take serious now sex. And that will last long. But how our future will last long, concern us. So this old man will say, just announce to them, they will be come in their house and go and be naked in their rooms. They not suspend anybody. All the correctional offices, where they want correct, still they incorrect. We often pass, okay. Medium and maximum detention. First of all, the man say the CCTV no dey work. Nigeria, I like them, eh? They leave one small room for them to do what they want to do. CCTV no dey work. For this country, once they want to do their evil deed, nothing will work. But once they want to work against you, you go shock. Now until you follow police or army get problem, they work their work. Bros.
And can you believe that the EFCC, they didn't come with any evidence apart from the written evidence that one of their officials was reading out? Can you believe this? There are no physical photo evidence or anything. They just assumed that Bobrisky made all that allegation up and that's it. They haven't provided any CCTV footage of Bobrisky in prison or even entering prison or anything. And these are what we call evidence and facts. So I hope House of Rep will be looking into these things, because if VDM should provide evidence of money going out, he has the audio, that's a valid evidence. He had the chat, that's a valid evidence. If he can get the a bank evidence of money moving now, that's the evidence of all evidence. That's it. And if EFCC can provide any evidence of Bobrisky inside a prison or inside somewhere that they believe is for a VIP prison for celebrities and things like that, then the House of Rep, I'm afraid, need to take action, because it won't be fair after all this. But we'll see how this goes anyway. They had to provide a kind of evidence, or even anything that showed that Bobrisky was indeed in prison. They had to show this as well. They might get away with Bobrisky by saying that Bobrisky didn't pay them 15 million, because if there's no bank transfer anywhere, then there's no evidence anywhere. It's just a word of mouth, right? I believe this is how they see it in a court of law. So they might be able to get away with that. But I think VDM should make sure they're talking about, they have the evidence of Bobrisky in prison if he knows he doesn't want to lose this case, because if he loses this case, they're coming on him. Already, the EFCC has published an official statement explaining why Bobrisky, why the money laundering charges were dropped. They said they look into Bobrisky's business. There wasn't any money laundering. So they left the other four, which is spraying of money and some other little ones. So they have cancelled that. To them, Bobrisky is innocent of money laundering. He didn't commit anything. And this is interesting. We can't wait for VDM to come online today, to hear what he had to say about this new development of EFCC. EFCC officially saying that the money laundering charges were dropped because nothing was found like they initially thought. So let's go.
Baba say medium detention for people who get light offense and first time offenders. Okay, so why do you hurry after 10 days to carry Bob go maximum? Baba confused. He come like say Baba tongue. They carry weight. All of us they wait for Baba to talk.
And the whole thing happened very quick as well. Remember when Bobrisky was arrested? Before you know it, fast, everything was happening so fast. And why all of a sudden, like things like that, they take time, isn't it? Even if you're spraying money, it takes time before they can convict someone to go to prison. But with Bobrisky's case, everything just happened really, really fast. And that's quite worrying.
They no go plan the lie. Say, yes, you donate plastic share, so boys from outside will go raid them. These old men, did they think this life what they tell us? Or we all be like bed for their eye, did they lie on top of us? Who? Cease to you. Why this thing our business say they do, sha? Now just say we the youth for Nigeria will never make the country our business yet. If not, all this buying and selling will piss for their piston. We go spoil that gen. You hear me? We go blow person short.
And I believe this is why today being October 1st, there's a protest going on. I think this whole hearing from yesterday really triggered it. Omoyele Sowore has started a protest today with Nigeria turning 64 years of independence. There's nothing, things are going backwards and all that. Nothing much is happening. People are angry. Fuel price has skyrocketed. And, when things go up, they never come down. And it's really heartbreaking. So they have started a protest today. After this video later on, I'm going to get some footages and bring you the news about what is happening and how it's happening and why this protest is going on. Is it going to carry on until tomorrow? We'll find out later on. So yeah, this is it. And this is the police official. Like I said earlier, sorry, I'm just rushing. Yeah, this whole hearing yesterday, I believe, triggered the protest today, and I'm not surprised. Are you? So it's people are finally pressuring people in government, not just Tinubu, to do the right thing. They're pressuring everyone, people in House of Rep, EFCC, all eyes are on them now. They're supposed to be the one, fighting corruption and getting all the bad people. Now, they're being looked at as the bad people collecting bribe and all that. So I just hope this whole thing amounts to something at the end of the day. Look at the last protest that they started last time, how the government shut it down. But I believe it's one of those things, keep trying and trying again until the government listens. So hopefully this October 1st protest, is it the one that is going to finally make the government listen or force them to make some changes that will benefit the people? I guess time will tell.
Sorry.
The audios are so bad. It's not from us anyway. It's from what people see. Hearing.
The second issue of suspension, the officers concerned were duly suspended by the board.
I'm trying to get what he's saying.
That's not that. And the editors will come to the hospital. It was on Friday. The editors will come to the board.
I didn't hear what he said, but that's the guy. That's one of the police people talking about the suspension, why he was suspended. Like I initially said, he's there with his uniform and everything. He's saying the suspension was only on social media. It wasn't effective in real life. And this is how we find out. Remember when they come online and say someone has been suspended? If you actually go to their place of work, the person is still on
Sorry. Bobrisky has served his sentence. It's actually true. There is no time that Bobrisky spent the outside. The second issue of suspension, the officers concerned were duly suspended by the board to take away for investigation. That's not that. And the editors will come to the hospital. It was on Friday. The editors will come to the
Wow. And this is where VDM reacted and said, wow, this is why he made and this what prompted him to make this statement. Come up Yeah, this is why he made this statement. They asked Oga of prison if he was suspended based on the news. from the Ministry of Interiors. He said na social media suspension, and in real life, and in real, he wasn't suspended. She una de see Nigeria, and this is what prompted him to put this question on his social handle earlier. This was after this man said, "Oh, you know, they weren't actually suspended like it was initially published." Here we are, on more corruption revealing, unveiling every day. We learn something new every day, right? So that's it. And just before they closed, VDM had to be VDM without being VDM. Like, he had to tell them, oh, House of Rep, they need to do the right thing, or else he's in their matter as usual. And it was actually an interesting part. So let's hear what we have to say. 1 second.
If I see a secret about you, I will tell. Whenever you are saying you move me outside, I will tell, especially you, I will tell. And I'll be very, very honest. I will not say anything, I'll put it out there because Nigeria has gone down. Now I will implore you people to actually do the right thing because the judiciary system is messed up so bad. It's messed up so bad. You people have to save your face. I believe a lot of APC members are here. So everybody need to save yourself. It's okay. It's okay. They've told him it's okay.
And that's him telling them as well. And there's a video I want to play. This was from a Facebook content creator who highlighted some important points about VeryDarkMan and Falz the bad guy, and how VDM needs to apologize. And she did have some points with her. And I would like to play this here so that we can all see and you can air your opinion. Do you agree with her or not? If not, what are your thoughts about what is going on between VDM and Falz the bad guy? I mean, we all know Falz the bad guy he's an amazing guy. He has done, whenever it's time to support Nigeria, he always come out. And I think he slowed down after that NSAS protest in 2020. Maybe he has seen like, oh my gosh, Nigeria is not going anywhere sometime soon. And then that was when he started slowing down. But Falz has always been for, a better Nigeria and all that. And some people still hold him to a high esteem, and they believe that VDM did the wrong thing for just quickly, kind of accusing him and his dad of bribery just like that without even finding out first or investigating. Now we know Bobrisky, can exaggerate and talk about anything anyhow, and especially when it comes to money. I mean, who would want to spend 25 million like in a birthday cake and all that, if not only Bobrisky, right? So by now, most people, especially celebrities who get involved with Bobrisky, they should know that he or she exaggerates a lot, and they shouldn't take him seriously and possibly investigate before they take his word. And this lady here, she's called I need to find out the handle, and I'll tag her in case if you want to follow her and find out what she says. She does a lot of political news and things like that, so you might want to go check out her page if you want. So let's hear her point of view, because it's quite interesting in a way, and it calls for a debate. So let's hear what she had to say about VeryDarkMan and Falz the bad guy, and how she claimed VeryDarkMan indirectly tried to apologize to Falz, because VeryDarkMan, oh yeah, this is why I have this here. VeryDarkMan did make a post tagging Falz the bad guy, saying, if you see the nonsense where they go on here, that was while he was at the House of Reps. Yesterday he sent Falz the bad guy this post. We don't know if he did it privately as well, but this is what he sent him. If you see the nonsense where they go on here, you go drop lawsuit, make we focus on the bad eggs where won't buy country. They don't buy country. They don't cast themselves here. Don't get it twisted. Your father, now my father in the struggle. Don't get it twisted. Your father and my father in the struggle. If you were here, you will understand. I know the Fem Baba, Femi Falana. Bless up, bless up, man. Bless up, sorry. Man to man, God bless you. And that was what a post VDM made while at the House of Rep. And a lot of people have been thinking, oh, is this an apology to Falls the bad guy? Is it an indirect apology or is it a real apology? And a lot of people have been debating about it. And yeah, and this lady raised a point which I found interesting. So yeah, let's hear what she had to say.
Boy, he don't finally apologize to senior advocate of Nigeria, the person of Femi Falana, while he was in the House of Assembly today. And then he indirectly went to his Instagram and apologized to Fast. I said indirectly because he didn't say, I am sorry. He do corner.
Do you agree?
They told him to apologize to senior advocate of Nigeria today. While he was speaking, while the issue was going on, he did. He did. Because he did under the heat. After apologizing, when VeryDarkMan don't enter, he don't sit down. He don't see say social media not be real life. He went on his Instagram and posted. At first, the bad guy, if you see the nonsense when they go on here, you go drop lawsuit. Make we focus on the bad egg when one by country. They don't cast themselves here. Don't get it twisted. Your father and my father in the struggle. If you were here, you will understand. I not go defend Baba FF. Bless up. Man to man. God bless you. He went under the comment section. After Instablog, Abi Gossip Me posted, he said, I wish everyone is here to see how bad corruption has eaten deep into our system. At first, the bad guy tagged him again. It's not about us. Now, EFCC and Correctional Center, your father, Femi Falana, remains our father in the struggle. Much love. VDM. Apology is an apology. What will it take you to say, I'm sorry, my brother? Even married man, they beg your wife for Toto for night. He go say, baby, please now, please. Not to talk of you. If you can't apologize to somebody that you offended, you are not yet married, you are a single man. What if you get? Does it mean you are above apology? You can't apologize to your wife when you offend her? My brother, pride goes before a fall. Try may you bring down your hand. Yes, you are doing a good job, but sometimes you they mess up. And when you mess up, learn to take correction. Say, yes, you mess up. No, they let your lawyer, they deceive you. Deji Adeyanju, now money will make from you last. Now you don't reach House of Assembly today. You see, say, social media not be real life. They tell you for there now. It's clear for your wife. You see the way they take they manipulate things. Those people are cackles. The first thing you would have done is to apologize to Fast. Then, una go come there in good terms, so that we can work together with the father, no, come fight this corruption rich ground. But no, you allow pride to take over you. Now you are in court, you are not telling Fast the bad guy. If you see what they happen over there, you go drop case. Is that an apology? No. You need to apologize. He told you he gave you 24 hours. You didn't do it. You came out and made a video that you didn't defame him. You went on TikTok. You went live. Say, the song where you sing, where you just say, Bello, I mean, what you call the man? Say, and a froster. You bring proof. Did they sue you for defamation? And now you are indirectly telling him, if you see what they happen for you, go forget things, my brother. My God, I don't forget things like that. Do you know what you did to Fast? Your fans, your toxic fans went to his comment section and almost devoured Fast. Go to Fast's comment section. Go and check it. Check what your fans did to him. Because your fans are toxic. I must tell you the truth. I must tell you the truth. Your fans are toxic. Now, they did it to Tonto. They did it to Yabo Ojo. They do it to everybody that you have ever had issues with. Look at Mr. Jollof. That one, not the board they open your comment section again. Because of your fans. Because of your fans. You didn't just defame him in the video. He told you, I gave you 24 hours to apologize. You didn't do it. You came back. You made a video saying you didn't defame him. That you are ready to meet him in court. His sister talk. You came out. You cried. So many of us join you say, okay, make the sister not talk again. Want to meet for court. You see go live for TikTok. You begin talk japa. Talk plenty talk. Now, it don't clear for your eyes. Say, oh God, not be big chest. and English and social media that they fight for Nigeria. Now you are there and you go drop. How you go take drop case? He give you 24 hours. But you don't apologize now. It already talk court matter. That already slam you so lawsuit. What do you go do now to go apologize to that boy? That is if he go forgive you. Because you don't talk plenty talk. You put the challenge in music. Say when you take a person front stop for music, whether that person sue. Now you they talk say, hey papa, na baba falana. When you they tell, you don't already go your Instagram yesterday. You post, you talk say na because say na baba falana na he represent Wumi for court when Moba take by, and you now you can't tell Wumi may do DNA. Say na I made them the verse for you. Baba, you don't talk plenty talk. You go apologize. As your defamation, as your yapa loud. Make your apology loud. Make we see her. You are not bigger than apology, my brother. In as much as you are doing a good job, you then flop, and as you flop as a human being that you are, you go apologize. Everything go clear. Bros, apologize. Not be all this ones where you did also. Though, my brother. Though, you try. Once I know they try, I give up to you. Bye-bye, they try, my brother. But when you have up, acknowledge them. Then, amend them. And so you reach. You go join me. I want to join where you don't cuss her. Where you just say the Ben Bobrisky Nash. I wanted.
Wow, that was explosive. Like, do you agree with her about what she's saying? You know, let me know what you think in the comment section. This whole issue is very interesting. Oh wow, that's a handful. Oh well, Bobrisky hasn't come out to say anything since yesterday. VDM, a lot of people are also waiting for him to hear about his experience from yesterday and maybe, you know how this whole thing is going to go on from now on. So we were yet to hear from them, and hopefully before end of today we might. If not, tomorrow is another day. And yeah, that's it. These were the points raised yesterday from the hearing. You must have heard a bit of it here and there, but these were the crucial points. You know, EFCC came out, and today they have officially said Bobrisky they dropped the money laundering charge against Bobrisky. He's free of that, and they've put an official statement, so clearing their name on that. And I think that case is dead now because they said they looked into it. There was no laundry charges, and that's why they had to, cancel that. So basically, Bobrisky is innocent of money laundering charges, and that's it. And then the whole issue about, were they paid 15 million or not? According to them, Bobrisky made all that up just to appease his friend, just to be able to get, that 4 million, from a friend. And that's why he said such thing. But then they didn't come with any evidence. Now, if VDM wants to win this case, if he has any, like the person who gave Bobrisky money, if he has evidence, more evidence about this, that would be amazing for him. But if there's no evidence about 15 million naira going to EFCC, I think this case is like a done deal right now. But anyway, like VDM said, this is round one, and he wasn't going to say much until Bobrisky is there. So hopefully, at the next hearing, Bobrisky will be there, and VDM will be there, and the EFCC boss as well also will be there, and hopefully everyone have their own evidence. And with that, we can now finally see where this whole case is going. At the moment, this whole case has triggered another protest, as we know, and it's happening right now today, October 1st, the 64th Independence Day, in the country, and people are not happy at all. No one is celebrating. People are upset. Things are hard and all that. So how is that going to go? We don't know. Anyway, we're going to be bringing you story about the Independence Day. I might go live again later on to bring you what's happening and whereabouts and how it all started as well. So do check on the channel again later on if you can. And if you can't, then hopefully see you some other time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please do so now. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for airing your opinions. It's highly appreciated. All right, then until next time, I'm your host, Noeline, and I'll see you all again soon. All right, do have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Okay, bye.